What's going on, everyone? So, sucks. We were out shooting today, recording a video on the Huxwrx Flow 9K Ti. We were out for probably about 3 hours shooting. We shot it on multiple different platforms, and we got done. I was making my way back, stopped and started watching some of the clips, and noticed some of the clips we don't have sound. In other clips, the sound is there, and the sound isn't great in a lot of the clips. It was kind of windy today, being out in the desert in Idaho. It does that. So I probably won't do a full video on everything that we shot. Sadly, I did want to kind of walk you through my thoughts and what I thought of the can, I guess. I really like the Huxwrx 9K Ti. I think it's an awesome can. It's my first flow-through can. I own a few Otter Creek cans, the OCM5, the Poloniums. I own a couple Yankee Hills. I own the R9, which is what I kind of in my mind compared this to. I didn't really want to make a comparison video at all between the two cans, but I did kind of in my mind as I was shooting everything compare this can to that. But overall, like, it did meet my expectations of a 9mm can, and I feel like it kind of did it did well. It did exactly what it was supposed to do with its flow through design. It pushed all the gunk out front. If you look kind of at the edges, I don't know if you can kind of see like those shadows on the tips. That is gunk that was shot out of the can as we were shooting. So it did well. It pushed all that crap out instead of shooting it back at your face. I've never enjoyed shooting like handguns suppressed because generally I'll get crap back on the optic or on myself, and I don't like it. And sometimes they just don't cycle very well. Whereas this can actually shot really, really well on my MR920 Elite from Shadow Systems. I really enjoyed it, and it's something that I'll probably more regularly do as I go out shooting, is shoot this can on my handgun now. So I'm super excited about that. But I just want to walk you through what we shot it on and what I kind of thought. We shot it on the Shadow Systems MR920, a PTR 9C, both in semi-auto and in super safe, and it did phenomenal on both. And we also shot it for all 9mm. We shot supersonic and subsonic for all platforms. And then we put it on a Henry Model X in 357. We shot both 357 and 38 through this, and it sounded really good on both of them, as to be expected. They're moving pretty slow. The 38 was laughable, honestly, as it always is suppressed. It was quiet. And then I did have a TX22 that I brought out. Doesn't have an optic or anything, just iron sights, so it's kind of hard to see over this suppressor because the suppressor is pretty large. But I've never actually shot 22 suppressed, especially a handgun, and this thing was just like comical. Like, it was movie quiet. It was so fun to shoot, especially like pulling the trigger super fast. Like, I could actually have a fun time going out with 22s, and shooting this on the TX22, it's make me want to go buy the Huxwrx 22 can now because of how quiet it was. So I think that will be my next can, is the Huxwrx 22 suppressor, or at least a 22 suppressor. But yeah, so we had a really good time. We even shot this on the 300 blackout, and it sounded pretty good on the blackout. My blackout is a little bit picky on what ammo it likes to shoot, and what can it does well with. I've cycled like 3 or 4 different suppressors on there, and it's just picky on all of them. And I guess that's just what happens. So yeah, it sounded really good. I think Huxwrx does say on their website that this can is kind of more intended for like PCC use. I wouldn't say it does like an awesome job. It doesn't do the best job compared to some of the other suppressors I've shot on the market on PCCs. My favorite still has been the R9. The reason I kind of lean more towards the R9 is just because of its price. It's one of your least expensive, I guess, PCC suppressors, as well as it sounds really good. This can doesn't sound as good as the R9, but it does shoot all that crap out. You don't get any blast back at you. So if you're more leaning towards something that you're going to be, I guess, safer in the long run with, this would be the can. It's not going to sound as good, but it still sounds good. Trying to think of what else. So I mentioned 22. It sounded really good on 22 lever action stuff. It sounded really good. The thing I really liked about this being on the lever action was its stupid light. This is half the weight of the Yankee Hill R9. Most PCC cans, I feel like, are going to be more on the heavier end of like 9mm stuff. And this one's more of one of the lighter ones, and so I didn't notice it on the end of a lever action. I wish that the sound would have worked on a lot of the videos, but I'll throw in some of the clips of some of the shooting that we did, and let me know in the comments section what you think. If you want me to redo some of those videos, if you want me to go in and shoot some more on some of these platforms.
That's way better.
Alright guys, so you just saw me shooting it. I honestly thought it was super hilarious. So now Dylan is going to take a turn and run a mag and see what he thinks afterwards. Go ahead. Yep. We did shoot this on a Flux 320. Just like the shadow system, it sounded good. It cycled well. It didn't. I actually feel like it didn't cycle as well on the Flux as it did on the shadow systems, and I think that was more on the Flux side and not on the suppressor side of things. But it sounded good. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do another video on this can of me actually shooting it, full video. We can totally do that. I know I'll be taking it out, so we'll probably do a little bit more videos on this to come. So thank you.